Looks like the game is all running. Oh, this menu is amazing. Hey, Emmy. Let me know if the volume is alright. Welcome to the stream, anyway. So yeah, this is a game that I've been curious about trying for a while now. Okay, I see. So I shoot my character to change them. And I can also shoot these to raise my reward. Raising your reward is just for fun. Volume's fine for you. Cool. This entire stream may just be in the menu. Who knows? So let's see. We got Blanche Thompson, Biff Connor, Orson Garner, jeez, this is just... Oh, okay, so there are only 2 appearances, and then they randomize the name. Corbin Oakley. I think it's funny how the last time we had Hawk, and then the next name that came up was Bird. Laurel Wales, let's go. You know what? I'm going with that one. Okay, hang on. So I can actually just straight up change the name. Wait, I've got it. Okay. I'm thinking we've got a good name now. Oh, but I kind of want to hit 1100 reward. Wanted for protagonizing. Stick Guy. Reward. Almost 1200 meat. Okay, I need to stop. I am playing as Stick Guy. I had the strangest dream. I was choosing a character class. And I decided that I was going to be Now, I've been curious about this game ever since Call Me Kevin played it. And he went with Cow Puncher because he was shying away from magic, which is Bean Slinger. I kind of want to try Bean Slinger. Magic and cooking are inextricably intertwined in Loathing, and the Bean Slinger is the mystical master of both. You've heard there's a shortage of cooks out west since the cows came home, due to most of the cooks having been brutally killed by the cows. If we look at the other descriptions, snake oilers rely on their moxie and chutzpah to tame snakes. Their fearlessness to extract potent oils from those snakes, and their cleverness to manufacture and sell potions made from those oils. You've heard snake oilers are doing really well out west since the cows came home. Everybody needs potions and hopes in these dark days, and also out west is where all the best snakes live. Cow punchers solve their problems with their fists, whether it's shaking them at a disagreeable feller in a disreputable saloon, or using them to punch a slightly more disagreeable feller in a slightly less reputable saloon. You've heard that cow punchers are in demand out west since the cows came home, which stands to reason. The cows aren't gonna punch themselves after all. And as I thought about it, I decided that I would be a bean slinger. So if we look at me, Stick Guy, Bean Slinger, Stomach 0 out of 1, Liver 0 out of 1, Spleen 0 out of 1. 20 hit points, 1 speed, and +1 to spell damage. And I got 1 in all of my stats, including Grit, Gumption, and Glamour, Muscle, Mysticality, and Moxie. Miscellaneous skills, 1 out of 7 for Hellbender, and 1 out of 5 for Outfoxing. Ooh, and I've got these for combat, Lava Fava and Bane Shield. Goodbye, bed. Time to head west to chase my real dreams. Pull the needle away from the cylinder and stow the handle away. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's leave the music running. Yeah, gotta sling those beans. Welcome to the stream, Mind DK. How's it going? You read the spine of one of your books. Kit Drew and the Mystery of Vulture Castle. Mom gave me this one a few years ago. Paco Jones and the Mystery of the Eerie Warehouse. Virginia Bobbsey and the Trouble at the Ancient Prison. Rufus liked this one as much as I did. I don't know who Rufus is. I'm doing pretty good. I've been curious to try this game for a while, so it's cool to finally start it up. Jesse Brown and the Curse of the Vulture Outhouse. Bertha Jones and the Curse of Vampire Gulch. Walt Bobbsey and the Mystery of Vampire Mine. Oh hey, this one might come in handy. You got an item. Walking Stupid. So, if I check out my inventory... This book tells the tale of a renegade sheriff who is really, really bad at walking. Unlock Stupid Walking as an action. Sure, let's read it. Perk, Stupid Walking. Nice. You accidentally drop the book and then ruin it by stepping on it 30 times while you're trying to pick it up. Welcome to the stream, Rafkin. How's it going? Oops. Yeah, I got none of these. Okay, so hang on. I've got access to stupid walking, and it's on by default. Oh, I love it. This weird poster appeared here one night. Hey, Russell, how you doing? Caw. Gonna miss you, buddy. Caw, caw, caw. Give him a cricket. You grab a cricket from your cricket bag and feed it to Russell. He coos appreciatively and nuzzles your hand. Maybe it's time for you to leave too. You open your bedroom window, not pictured. It's probably on the wall closest to the screen, which, you know, is transparent for the game. Yeah, Russell liked those books. And unlatch the door to Russell's cage. He winks at you, caws one last time, then flies away to the west. It's time to hit the trail. Wow, so I released my pet bird. Nothing on the hat rack today. What in the world? What a mess. Stack firewood. Oh, cool. Gonna miss Mom's cooking. Hearth. Mom's pie safe. Keeps all her pies safe. Little brother's room. Weird diagrams and charts. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. Okay, maybe a German book about math? Huh. On the application to dynamics of a general mathematical method previously applied to optics. No wonder I never know what he's talking about. It's your kid brother's toy box. Oh, I got a puzzle cube. Okay, so by fiddling with it, I got some XP. Fiddle with it. You've already solved it, and if you mess it up again, it'll be messed up forever. Fine. And apparently I'll miss meals with the family. No time to screw around in the woods. Your mom smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Mom. We're gonna miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you leave, I got you a present. A present? Yep, it's that book you wanted for Crimbo. I know it's early, but... Picking locks, desert survival, or bartering. Well, I like stealing things. That's the one. Enjoy it. Locks and how to pick them. Please be careful out there. Write us a letter when you can. I will, Ma. I will, Ma. Goodbye. Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. That hat doesn't fit you, Dad. I'll grow into it. It's time for me to leave. Listen, I want you to have this. It was your grandmother's favorite can of beans. Ooh, okay, that's actually cool. I bet that has something to do with my magic. It's a can of infinite beans. Yeah, exactly. Why pay when you can steal? It's the same philosophy I've been using in Octopath Traveler. Thanks, Dad. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did. Goodbye, Dad. And there's a haystack. You got a needle. So I've got a needle for picking locks. Locks and how to pick them. This book is a comprehensive guide to advanced lockpicking techniques. It's got a whole chapter on tumblers. Let's read it. You quickly memorize the entire book. Lockpicking expertise. After you're done reading it, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be able to make their escape. Go, orphans, go. Cool. He's just barely holding it together. It's probably best for him if you just go. Your mom raises her eyebrow. I just wanted one more hug before I leave. She smiles and hugs you again. Hang on, I just want to test something. I know that sometimes by doing like random stuff an excessive number of times, you can get benefits in this game. Your brother Rufus is standing there looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous. Give him his puzzle back. I hand him his puzzle and he starts fidgeting with it. Hey Rufus, it's time for me to head west. I still don't understand why you're leaving. He's got a point, you know. Why are you going west anyway? To help people, to seek my fortune, to get off this stupid farm. Rufus, you know how much I hate it here. I can't stay. I've got to go where the action is. But it's so dangerous. 60% of the people who go west get killed within a year, and that's a statistic from before the cows came home. I'll be okay. You worry about taking care of Mom and Dad. I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. I still think you'll be dead by Crimbo. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay. You give him a playful punch on the arm. He's busy drawing pictures in the dust. Weird kid. Oh, I'm so glad I picked up that book. Go west, young man? Yes. Hitching a ride across the Great Plains. Can I have your hat? About his flowers. I genuinely wonder how long these things are. I'm not bothering to read any of these, because I would feel the need to try and do them in my West voice, and, well, I just don't know if I care to figure out all these names with a bit of a drawl. 200 miles later. I'll read that one. Dirt water, 300 miles. Oop, and I fell off, but I have a turnip. Well, the bad news is that you fell off that cart and got knocked out for a couple hours, and now you've got no ride, no meat, and no prospects. The good news is that you're in a town rather than in a gulch somewhere. Not much of a town, though. Let's take a turnip. Excuse me, mister. Okay, I know this grants a 300 miles is too far to go on foot. You need a horse. I'm just gonna... Yes, there it is. You got a perk, mostly scabs. So if we go ahead and check things out now, I've got my can of infinite beans. Okay, so this goes in my offhand and gives me a buff to spell damage, muscle, and moxie. Moxie is how much your pistol attacks do, and how much damage you take when you take a pistol attack. Muscle is how much your melee attacks do. Okay, so all of these are attack and defense, I guess. Or maybe spell damage is only attack. Huh. I got a dusty turnip. Oh, I got a map. The town of Boring Springs. Make your own dang guide to Boring Springs and its environs. So hang on, where do I see my perks? Oh wait, duh, it's on character. Mostly scabs, and that gives me a buff to my maximum HP. BS Horsey. The sign on the door says gone drinking. There's a bar, there's the sheriff. There's this guy. Step right up. Braid's the name and trade's the game. You seriously doubt that his name is Braid? Howdy, Braid. What you trading? Well, sir, today I'm trading locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And to the cunning skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides, well, to that adventurous soul I will trade a fine pocket watch. No trades right now, thanks. Some loose dirt. Nope, you're not allowed in Topeka anymore, remember? You approach the weird Cactus Man hybrid. He smiles at you. Howdy, Cactus Man. Howdy yourself, and the name's Bill. Cactus Bill. What happened to you, Bill? Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I still didn't listen. That's why they call you Cactus Bill? No, that's just a coincidence. Does it hurt? Does what hurt? You know, being a cactus. Oh, no, it's actually kind of nice. The natural fermentation processes inside the cactus part of me keep me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it is a mite boring. Yeah, I bet. Wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do you? No, sorry. Well, if you happen to find one, keep me in mind. Will do, Bill. The doctor is closed. Please don't shoot me. And this is the sheriff's office. Wanted for bird theft. Naked Mike Bernstein. Reward 200 meat. Important question. Is Stick Guy naked? Like, I can't tell. I mean, he's obviously not wearing a hat. Maybe that's what naked means in this world. Help wanted. Wanted poster artist. Apply in person at the Yuma Marshal's office. Wanted. Bimmy Fricker for face thieving. Reward 420 meat. Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Boring Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. What? The sheriff, okay? Blasted sign painters. Say, you wouldn't happen to be looking for work, for you? Depends on the work. How does this grab you? There's a gang of hoodlums around here what call themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted out and took my cell door with them. I ain't much good without the door. And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to go fetch it back for me. Why don't you do it? You're the sheriff after all. I gotta stay here and practice my chair tipping. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Funny you should say that, 'cause I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble. He takes the pistol out of his desk and hands it to you. Deputy pistol. You deputized a gun? You're new in town. Maybe you ain't noticed, but there ain't much to do here except drink. Here, let me write down where the Fricker Gang hideout is for you. He makes a little note on your map. You discovered a new map location, the Fricker Gang's hideout. Got it. I'll be back with the door. And now I've got a deputy pistol. 4 to 5 damage. Okay, so he was just absolutely plastered when he did that. As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting to the left of the door shrieks and waves at you to get your attention. Hey, where's your hat, dagnabbit? Well, I can't drink in here without a hat, ain't proper. He points to the take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. You look through the hat box and find a magical black Stetson. That looks like something you'd wear? How is it magical? Oh, it's the hat for a bean slinger. Barely enchanted hat. You grab the hat and put it on. Thanks, sir. Pete? Thanks, Pete. Say, feller. Yeah? You heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to come along. Just let me know. Well, there. No pressure. Alright, I'll keep you in mind. Oh, didn't actually mean to leave there. You already have a hat? What would you do with 2? I should probably leave him alone. The woman glares at you. You should probably just let her drink. Howdy, I'm Stick. Howdy, Stick, I'm Horse. Nice to meet you. What you do? I'm the town hostler. I don't know what that is. I'm the town horse selling guy. Gotcha. How's that working out for you? Oh, the horses are just flying out the door. So business is booming? Nice. No, I mean the horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages. Is that why you're here drinking instead? Yep. And me being in here drinking instead of watching those horses is probably how they keep escaping. It's one vicious circle of things. Well, I'm in need of a horse. Do you have any left? One. Kind of boring one, but it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stable. I'll be happy to show it to you. Okay. You walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you're waiting, you see a sign taped to the back wall reading, Reward for lost mugs, 25 meat each. Bartender finally notices you. Howdy, cowboy. Howdy, barkeep. Name's Stick. What brings you to our little backwater? Oh, the usual. I came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far. Any work around these parts? Unfortunately, Boring Springs already has more people in it than jobs. It's more of an errand town, if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater. The railroad? Manifest Destiny Railroad Company from back east. They're trying to run a line to Frisco and having a heck of a time doing so. And they're hiring? I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company. Dirtwater. Dirtwater's interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of law, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the dang cows. Lots of opportunity there. She pauses for a few seconds, lost in thought. Yep, if I were a young woman, I'd probably head that way myself. You mentioned errands. Yeah, this forsaken burg is always falling apart in one way or another. The hostler's always needing help since he hurt his leg, and that no account sheriff could certainly stand to have somebody doing his job for him. Anything else? Well, I've got a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoke from the gulch didn't wipe his boots off and got spores everywhere. I can probably handle a goblin. Much obliged. I'll unlock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. Weak fungicide. So, what does the weak fungicide do? Effective against goblins. Neat. He's sleepy. It's a spittoon. People spit into it, without even looking in, that it's absolutely disgusting. Let's look in it. Yeah, it's full of spit. Regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum. It even looks like a few teeth. It's disgusting, and the smell, even from a distance, it smells horrible. Oh, I'm sorry that Twitch is causing you problems, Schwoopsy, but thanks for popping in. Hopefully the connection and stuff works out soon enough. You are now on your hands and knees, peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what's wrong with you. Wait, is there something at the bottom? You reach your hand toward the spittoon. Before you even touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air. It's like a greasy fog enveloping the stinking brass horror. It smells like the vomit trough at a mesquite barbecue eating contest. Never surrender. You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a sound like glop. Your skin is burning. Your eyes start to water. Your fingers make contact with something. You pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring. Probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations. Hooray. You've already plumbed the depths of this spittoon and your own depravity. You should be ashamed of yourself. Well, let's go fight a goblin. Oh, and so he gives me access to the thing. Oh, pile of old newspapers. Boren Springs Gazette, April 20th, 1985. Ooh, wait. Hang on, give me the whiskey. A crate of Nurse brand whiskey, good for what ails ya. I guess we never establish your age. Good thing the legal drinking age here can reach the top of the bar. Got an item, Nurse brand whiskey. Yeah, let's attack the goblin. Bean shield. Once per fight, increases armor by 4. Target will suffer 9 hot damage. Giving up is the same as losing. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and use Lava Father. Okay, so AP action points. I don't know what it takes to get those back. I expect that at some point I'll encounter a more dangerous fight involving goblins. Having dispatched the goblin, you pat yourself on the back for a job well done. And I got to Mysticality level 2. Left spores everywhere though. You hose them down with that can of fungicide. Howdy. Good to see you again, Stick. I took care of that goblin. Wait, who's the lady drinking whiskey out of a beer mug? That's Susie. She's a rancher from nearby. Real tough broad. I ain't recommend you pester her. Why's that? Lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it. Ouch. I took care of that goblin. Thank you kindly, Stick. I knew you was a stand-up feller the moment you walked in here. She reaches under the bar and grabs a bag of meat. Here you go. Least I can do by way of thanks. 200 meat. Just thought I'd say howdy. Well, mission accomplished, I reckon. Woman glares at you. Howdy, Susie. Howdy, cowboy who's gonna be searching the spittoon for his teeth if he don't leave me in peace. Bye then. Never mind. Dang it. I was hoping there would be some sort of interesting reaction. This whiskey is too cheap for you to even consider drinking it. And given your legendarily low standards, that's really saying something. Oh. Though getting this ring was traumatic, you have to admit that it was worth it. So it gives me +1 to my main stats. So let's see. I'm currently sitting at 3 to 4 in each. Neat. And there's one more person who I haven't talked to. These two are playing poker, or at least trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands to the how to play poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. Can I play? Look, I have some meat. Let's play. I put 20 meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You got a pair of 10s plus a 2, a 3, and a king. Bet aggressively. Yeehaw, I'll bet 15 meat. They look at each other nervously, but they both call your bet. You show your pair of 10s plus 2, 3 king. The guy on the left has a full house, 2 jacks and 3 aces. The gal on the right somehow got a straight flush. 2 through 6 in hearts. Outfox them. You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points. To the guy on the right's 20, and you're 25 plus a king. And the king represents King Ralph IX, whom the western colonies revolted against because of unfair taxes. So they owe an extra tax of 10 meat each. They nod in understanding and push more meat across the table at you. Collect your wins and stand up. They thank you for helping them learn the game. What do you say, Pete? Oh, me? Well, heck, I say lots of things. For instance, I've been minding these mountains longer than a left-handed raccoon can remember mama. Uh-huh. Pete takes a swig of his whiskey. Later, Pete. Wait, there's a chunk of wood. Cool. I've got a broken board. Oh! It's a melee weapon. I see. Didn't mean to walk in there. Suppose I can talk to Cactus Bill and give him the newspaper. Much obliged, partner. Now let's see here. What can I do to return the favor? Oh, I know, my shovel. I left it behind the outhouse at Orhole Mine. It's yours if you go and get it. I'm sure you'll find a use for it. Thanks. Behind the outhouse at Orhole Mine. Got it. Thanks, Bill. Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave. Ah, good crab walk. Alright, let's go visit BS Horsey. Horses, 1,000 meat. Hang on. Got a needle in a haystack, and a needle in a haystack. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? How's business? Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. To tell you the truth, it's pretty terrible. All my horses keep running away. Well, except for this completely ordinary one. That's rough. Maybe I can help. Oh, yes, thank you. I'd go fetch them for myself, except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat each for finding them. How many are there? 3. Here, let's see your map. They pretty much always run away to the same places. So we got Orhole Mine, Boring Springs Boneyard, and Thousand Snakes Gulch. Why these places? I think they lack the environments that are thematically appropriate. When you find one, feed it some of these oats. That should send it back here. A bag of homing oats. How does that work? They're special pigeon-infused oats. Okay, will do. See you later. Okay, so I'm guessing I can probably use the map to travel to the places that I've got unlocked. You said something earlier about an injury? Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how, it's embarrassing. I was gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd she do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office. She said she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey. That an actual nurse, or... I'm pretty sure she was just being sarcastic. Can you sell me a horse? Sure thing. I should warn you, though. Horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Right now, I only have one horse available. So I don't even have enough meat to... Oh, okay, so I can hide these. So C for character, M for map, I for inventory, O for options. Easy enough to remember. Offer whiskey. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc? What brand? Nurse Whiskey. Your favorite, I'm led to believe. Didn't know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on. Hear a rattle as she unlocks the door. Wow, shouldn't this be further away from the fireplace? Stove is spotless. Either she's really compulsive about cleaning, or she never cooks. Hey Doc, can I look at your books? Not until you give me that whiskey you promised me. This vanity doesn't look like it sees much use. All primo. Okay. Leveled up gumption. Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clean and sharp, if bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey, stat. Don't give it to her. What the heck I'll let you in here for, then? Fine. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here, me or you? Okay, point taken. Hey Doc, can I have a look at your books? Sure, if you want to. Not they're gonna do you much good in this doomed forsaken hellhole. You should try being less cheerful, Doc. All medical textbooks except for a few. The Legend of Curly's Meat, The Life and Works of Fred Ferguson, Goblinoid Tongues, a primer. Make like a tree and leaf. I'm actually curious about Goblinoid Tongues. You start flipping through the Goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but you eventually get so engrossed by that time. You take a break from reading. Several blurfs have passed, and you also know that blurf is the Goblin word for hour. You have learned to speak Goblin, sort of. You know, I wonder... Hang on. I wonder if there was a peaceful way to resolve things with that Goblin. Had I gone and gotten the whiskey, left, found out that she wanted the whiskey, came over here, given her the whiskey, and learned to speak Goblin tongue. The book tells you the story of a legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat secreted in the hidden sense, not the extruded sense. Secreted in the hidden sense, not the extruded sense, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. And the life and works of Fred Ferguson? This book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography, but flipping through it, you mostly just find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad, so it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. At least there's some useful appendices in the back and some diagrams of appendices. Well, Doc Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. For a second I pictured that weird, like down the back of her neck or something. Like she's using it to shower or some such. Is everything all right? Depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream, compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? Whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you're asking what's the matter? Bandits, cows, cow demons, dead men walking. Why don't you go ahead and pick one and I'll drink to that? Dead men walking? You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living. Nope. Well, just count your lucky stars and stay out of the town cemetery then. Let's see, so... I'm kind of curious about the Boren Springs Boneyard. Our founder, Zephaniah Boren. He's actually a really interesting guy. Oop. Dirty mug. I can get 25 meat for that back at the bar. Benjamin Crockett. Showed up way too early. Beauregard Skeleton, Captain, 3rd Cavalry. His grave is really noisy. Dang it, if I want to get past, I have to fight. Since I seem to be able to use that every fight, it seems like a pretty natural opening, and I'm guessing it's effective against skeletons. Cool. That guy just wouldn't stay put. Oh, and there's the horse. Ghost horse. Timothy Cochran, devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochran, beloved daughter. Silas Cochran, a baby. Oh, that's probably Susie's family. Your pulse quickens as you get near the spooky, translucent horse. Hello there. Hi, I'm a friend, okay? It's a little strange. How did you do how you did that without opening your mouth? Pat her on the nose. You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were going to ride her, you'd want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Pat her on the nose again. Yep, still cold. Brr. Still cold. 3 R's, 6 R's, 9 R's. Yep, still cold. You get the idea. Feed her the oats. Here you go, girl. Have some oats. I hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she just sort of stares right through you. Please don't look at me like that. Try the oats again. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them, but I don't have anything handy to grind up bones with. Grave dirt? Is that a yes? Weird. Okay. Add some grave dirt to the oats. Sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them, then eats them. And with that, she glides away in the direction of town. So hang on. Yeah, I got 3 needles, homing oats, a recovered mug. Hey, Be Marching, welcome to the stream. Let's swing back through Bourne Springs so that we can hand in the mug that we found. Don't mind the funky walking. We are just using the strange walking perk that we picked up earlier. If we visit Orehole Mine, we can track down that shovel. Hey, he wasn't kidding. Not that this would have been a funny thing to kid about, I guess. Got a shovel. This definitely does not bear close scrutiny. There's still some meat ore in this cart. Dig through it. I gained 50 meat. Grab a dirty mug. Orehole Mine. This looks dangerous. At least there's no plunger hooked up to it. Oh. I got an unrefined meat nugget. Cargo elevator. Blasting cap storage, plungers, both kinds, and tools. Send the elevator to level 1. These crates are all labeled blasting caps. The period is part of the label. That's why it's inside of the quotes like that. Okay, so I need a crowbar to pry the crate open. That'll be on level 3. Tools, I reckon. It's a toolbox, but it's locked. I can pick the lock for a crowbar. You managed to unlock the toolbox, but the needle is ruined in the process. Most of the tools inside are rusted away to nothing, but there's a pretty nice crowbar. These crates are all labeled blasting caps. The period is part of the label. You pry one of the crates open with your crowbar and grab a blasting cap. And then we'll send it to plungers. Also, I just realized... Sorry. I just realized that I'm probably not in the right spot, so for like not in the best spot for the viewing. There we go. Plungers. The sign lied. There's only one kind. Not a detonation plunger. I'll leave the elevator alone. Hook the plunger up to it. Fighting against your instincts for self-preservation, you've hooked up a plunger and strung it a fair distance away. You forgot to hook up a blasting cap. Add a blasting cap? Okay, you've succeeded in putting yourself in grave danger. Orehole Mines side tunnel. You see the dark horse, barely. Winnie! The horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like cripplingly introverted's away from you. Reassure her. Ah, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. Pat her on the oh. You take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse. Here you go. Yum yum. She slides away from you warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. Pat her on the nose. As you reach out to pat her on the nose, the horse ducks and steps further back into the shadows. Eat the oats yourself. Look, they're fine, see? Take a handful from the bag and toss them in your mouth. Oh, it's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you ever eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food, don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Geez, these are powerful. Still, the horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. Pat. Oh, I keep meaning to hit pat her on the nose. The horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her nose. But she doesn't actually flee, so that's something. There's a good girl. Horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her a handful of oats. Warily, begrudgingly, she eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You turn to look around but don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. Okay then. Oh, that's where something's buried. Got a silver nugget. Crack? Bend down and shine your lantern into the crack in the rock. You can just barely make out a square shape down there, well out of arm's reach. Looks like somebody dropped a small metal box in the hole, though you don't know if that was to hide it or discard it. If you're truly desperate to find out what's in there, you could try reasoning with the rock. Your primary argument would be a bundle of dynamite. Perhaps you could persuade the hole to widen enough to grab the box. Walk away. I do not have the dynamite for that. Let's see. Thousand Snakes Gulch? I'm hoping to only really deal with one of them. One of these rocks is really shiny. Okay, a sleepy rattlesnake. Lava fiber. Yay! You have slain a snake. Before long, they'll call you Snake Murdering Stick. Another snake? Well, I guess it's not called One Snake Gulch. A startled rattlesnake. It has 15 hit points. And it can poison me. You made short work of that long snake. Glamour level 2. So let's see real quick. What does glamour actually affect? Appreciation of the finer things in life. As it's increased, you'll be able to consume more cocktails, and you'll also be able to afford them. Plus 20% to meat gains, plus 5% item finding bonus, and plus 1 liver capacity. At next level, okay. And gumption, your level of get up and get her done. The higher it is, the quicker you are. So, plus 2 speed, plus 1 maximum action points, plus 1 spleen capacity. So, there's a limit to how many potions I can use in a day. Use first in combat. If I've got plus 1 to my action point capacity, I don't know why I've still only got 1 action point. Snake looks angry. Oh, it's faster than me. Luckily, I have 2 action points. Wait, how is it that I don't have 2 action points? Mysticality level 3. If the whole cowboy thing doesn't work out, you could always get a job as a snake exterminator. So, maybe I got gumption at some point prior to, getting my spell casting. This horse has gone snake crazy, or maybe he was some other kind of crazy before. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella, I'm a friend, okay? It's cool, alright. Be cool, don't freak out on me. Whinny? You carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit, okay, a lot, but seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul, or whatever madness is bouncing around in that skull of his. Look him in the eyes. You calmly look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. It looks to be calming down a little now that it's clear you aren't actually made out of spiders, though. You hungry, boy? I got a little treat for you. Snurf. You feed the crazy horse some of the home notes, and it gallops away with a whinny. Or rather, with a whinny a goal. Hopefully he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension. I do realize that I can fast travel, but I mean, does that necessarily mean that I want to? Found a mug. What do you say, Pete? Oh, okay. Pete notices the shiny rock you're carrying and his wild eyes light up. That there's a right shiny rock you got, stranger. I'll give you 7 meat for that rock. Nah, I like this rock. I think I'll keep it. Suit yourself. Pete notices the nugget of silver he found earlier. Take that silver nugget off your hands if you like. 81 meat. Unrefined meat ore. 73. I'm not sure if I want to... I love how I step in this thing, step in these every time I go to shovel them up. Hey! Lost mug. Okay, well, there's only one place left to go. The Fricker Gang's hideout. Thud Fricker, the Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be taking a nap. Wake him up. You poke Thud with your boot. He slowly gets to his feet. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Thud is, well, let's say he's no Rhodes Scholar, if we assume that it's 7 years from now and that idiom makes sense. You feel bad about the idea of killing him. Walk away, Thud. Thud, you don't want this life. Take a hike. Okay, you're probably right. Thud stumbles off into the desert. He'll probably be fine. He got a perk? Honorable. So let's see here. What does that perk do? Honorable options will be available in some situations. Oh, so I'm guessing if I chose to be evil, I would have gotten an evil perk, and maybe just challenging him to a fight would have been a neutral perk. I don't have foraging. I can't harvest a beer barrel cactus. Finders keepers, 25 meat, mug, and a pair of silver cufflinks. So hang on. What do the cufflinks do? If you wore fancier shirts, you might have some use for these. I don't even know if I'm wearing shirts. I'm not wearing pants. Just sell it. One of the Fricker boys is dozing in a bathtub. Oh, I actually want the soap, because that one guy is selling stuff for soap. Can you pass the soap? He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper into both sleep and the tub. Sure, time up. Grab a nearby length of rope and carefully tie his hands together and then to the handles of the tub. The sheriff can come collect him later. You cautiously approach the Fricker Gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind the barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Smile, and that the squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. What's your play here? Let's approach them and talk. Howdy, boys. Deal me in? One without the eye patch raises an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? I'm here for the sheriff's door. I'll show you the door to hell. He reaches for his gun. Okay then, a fight it is. I'm pretty sure the fight was inevitable. Anyway, I'm guessing... Okay. Hang on, Sniped Fricker has less health? Let's go ahead and just finish him off quick. Action, Lava Fava. Target will suffer 11 hot damage. Wish I had more action points. I definitely want that. And now we'll just whack him with a piece of wood. I think he's actually just straight up missed me every time he's attempted to attack. Cool. Moxie level 2. You got Moxie, kid, and this is how much of it. Moxie affects how much damage you deal when shooting, how much damage you take when getting shot. Time to recover the sheriff's door. Leaders of the Fricker gang are now dead by your hand. The sheriff would be proud of you, though you're not sure how your mother would feel. Grab the mug. 50 meat, nice. Got it. This should go back to the sheriff as soon as possible. Can we just appreciate actually how good the shadows and stuff in this game are? Like, the animation in this is actually pretty impressive, considering how ridiculously simple its style is. Alright. Hang on, I want to make sure that the one dude hasn't come back or anything. Okay. Town of Boron Springs. Can you do the can? Wish I could get upstairs in the bar. Found these mugs. Are you Susie Cochrane? How'd you know my last name? Saw their graves in the cemetery. I'm sorry for your loss. I saw it happen. Saw the whole thing. Couldn't do nothing about it. Bartender said it was cows? Cows, right? I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows, right? I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows, not anymore. What happened? It was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed. Go on. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that we used to be a cow ranch and they attacked. A couple days ago. Happened so fast I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door and the fire just started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes just like that. What did you do? There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire. And I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. I don't want to talk about it anymore. She refills her mug from a bottle on the bar and doesn't reply. What'll you do now? Head west, I suppose. Not keeping me here, no desire to stay. Can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Where is it? Left it at the ranch like a fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go there and get it for me. Why don't you go get it yourself? Oh. Okay, I'll go get it. Okay. So we unlocked a fresh location. The Cochrane Ranch. Okay, I genuinely think it would be pretty impossible to go through this game without bumping into enough cactuses to get the perk Mostly Scabs. All the water in this trough is boiled away. Susie's ranch house is burned to the ground. Someone behind the store is making pretty awful noises. The outhouse is the only thing still standing. Let's go through it anyway. Cochrane Ranch cellar. Looks like somebody was in the middle of fixing a knife. Varmint skinning knife. These pies were not safe. This thing looks angry. You're not going to make it to that safe without dealing with it. Deal with it. Okay, the thing is, it's fiery. So I'm guessing fire wouldn't actually do much damage. So I'm going to fire up Beam Shield. And then I'll shoot it. On fire. Muscle level 2. Nasty cow skull floating in a cloud of flame. Grab Susie's rifle. Look, I look like a floating head. Oh, nice. I don't know why I walked all the way back to the start of that, but... Here you go, Susie. Found my rifle, stranger? Yep, here she is. Susie's eyes well up with tears as you hand her a rifle, and she roughly scrubs her sleeve across her face before any of them spill over. Thanks, stranger. I didn't catch your name. I'm Stick. Stick Guy. Thanks, Stick. Can't rightly say what this means to me. She looks at the rifle for a long moment, then looks back up at you. She sighs. Well, that's enough wallowing in misery. Time for me to hit the road. If you want me to tag along when you head west, just say the word. Sounds good, Susie. Hey, we can take Susie along with us. That'll be fun. See, the Fricker gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue him a door? You hand the sheriff his door and he hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Yeah, 1 or 2 that are asleep on the job. I'll go round them up shortly. It looks like I owe you a reward. Produces a big bag of meat. Got another task for you if you got the time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you mean? Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock. I'll keep an eye out. Oh, wait. There was a mug there. I suppose there's a mug in here. Nope. Oh my gosh, that walking animation though. I love how the reaction when you look at the spittoon again is just sorry. But like, it was useful. Okay, so I can double click things to equip different things. Varmint Skin and Knife allows you to collect skins from beasts after combat. I think that'll be a lot more useful, even though Crowbar is better damage. I think the Dusty Turnip is gonna be useful, like, right before a boss fight, if I want to. You know what? Sell the rock, sell the silver, sell him the unrefined ore. Fine and dandy. Pleasure doing business with you. Thank you kindly. Pete's eyes narrow as the gears in his head start to click. He fixes his gaze on you, and the tick in his eyelids seem more pronounced. Listen, kid, all this stuff what I've been buying from you, you've been spending time underground, ain't you? Well, you listen to old Pete's advice. You stay out of Orehole if you know what's good for you. There's stuff down on the 40th level that ain't worth messing with for a fellow wants to keep his eyes, if you catch my meaning. Not sure I do, but thanks. You know, it occurs to me, because real quick, well, first of all, I do think we're pretty much done here. I don't know how you spot her hiding in that mine, but thanks for sending back my dark horse. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're done in this town. But we're about to find out the size of party, and I think it's 4. I bet, had we not killed the goblin, we could have added it to the party. I'm just thinking of that now. Looks like my pale horse made it back safe. Thanks for your help. Thanks for finding my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? Not that I noticed. That's all of them. Can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? Can you sell me a horse? Sure thing. I should warn you, though. Horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Which one are you interested in? So there's the basic model, shifty looking dark one, spooky pale one, and the one with the crazy eyes. And honestly, I really want the ghost horse. I'll go with the spooky pale one. Good choice, that's a good horse. If you like that sort of thing, I'll sell her for 1,000 meat. What sort of thing? You know, spooky stuff. Spooky stuff? I don't want to get into particulars. Let's just say she sets a certain tone. I'll take her. Achievement unlocked, looking a ghost horse in the mouth. Give her a name. Oh. Wait. is Winnie. Alright then, Winnie the horse. It's got a nice ring to it. Oh, and I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. Southeast West map. It's the most typical horse you've ever seen. And I think we can ride Winnie out of town. Once you leave Boren Springs, you won't be able to come back. Any unfinished business you got will forever remain unfinished. Sure you're ready to leave? So real quick. Yeah, I mean... What do you say, Pete? I say all kinds of things. For instance, horse feathers. There's a spider in my chaps. See you later, Pete. Oh, hang on. Do I have... I have one more mug. Now those people are apparently playing for spiders. Alright, time to ride Winnie out of town. Alrighty then, you're properly horsed and ready to start your new adventure. Your new life in the West. All you need now is a partner, somebody to share the trail with. Somebody you can rely on for emotional and combat support. Who will you take with you? Let's take Susie Cochran. You pop back to the saloon and collect Susie. Oh, one last thing before you go. Up until this point, I've been automatically spending your XP points for you. Happy to keep doing it, and I promise to give you a nice, well-rounded experience. Should I keep it up? Or would you prefer to decide for yourself where your XP gets spent? Start spending manually. Okay. You now have the option to turn yourself into some kind of unbalanced weirdo if you want. Open your character sheet and check when you want to spend your XP. You consult the Southwest map the hostler gave you. It only lists two things, the town of Dirtwater and the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company's westernmost camp. Head for Dirtwater. Apparently my only option is actually to head for Dirtwater. Oh, hey, Susie. Hey there, Susie. I'd like to check up on some of the ranches in these parts, see how bad the cow attacks are getting. Alright, do you know some? Not in great detail, but I know roughly where a few are, or at least were. Guess we'll have to see. There's one not far from here. The Stearns Ranch. What do you think we should do next? If we're looking to get a move on westward, I reckon a train's the way to go. Didn't that map the hostler gave you have a marker for some railroad camps, for some railroad camp or other? Might be worth checking out. Good idea. Am I forgetting about anything? Susie says you should see the bartender about renting a room in Dirtwater. It would be nice to have a base of operations. Much obliged. Thanks for the reminder. I sure do enjoy my job. Imagine we'll be back on the trail soon. If we're looking... Okay. Sign says room for rent, inquire within. Let's comb Winnie's mane. She neighs with whispery gratitude. Leave her alone. So now if I open up the map, I have access to the Stearns Ranch, the railroad camp, and Dirtwater. As you're riding along, you see some braided fuses sticking out of a nearby rock. Investigating it more closely, you see that somebody drilled a hole in the rock and inserted a bunch of dynamite, but apparently lost interest and wandered off without setting it off. Or maybe they were just out of matches. Take the dynamite. Their lack of follow-through is your gain. 2 dynamite. Okay, so I can just kind of randomly wander if I want to. Find stuff or grind for experience. They say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. When you see someone wearing dark cultist robes, it seems like a pretty safe bet that they're some sort of cultist. Another clue is the fact that he or she is trying to teach a skeleton how to tap dance. At least that's what it looks like from here. You know what? Let's start a fight. So the nice thing is, while the cultist... Okay, Muscle 3, Mysticality 5, Moxie 4. I'm pretty sure my Mysticality is... okay. Slightly better stats than the cultist. Susie has some extra Moxie, but less Mysticality. That said, I think it's a pretty obvious choice to try and deal with the skeleton quick. Susie will shoot her target for 11 damage. Or she will build cover. You know what? Shoot. Oof. Okay, so it gained +3 to all stats, but it's only got 4 hit points left. We're gonna go ahead and shoot the cultist with us. But Susie will shoot the skeleton for the finishing blow. I can't tell if that missed or what. Jeez, Susie has some dang good damage. You beat the heck out of that cultist. Fortunately for him, there's a handy supply of broken bones available. Unfortunately for him, you've yoinked his bones manual or whatever it is. Got 22 XP. Got an introductory next mex. And you got an item, skeleton bone. Okay, so if I want to grind, I can literally just randomly wander. This black covered book written in black ink on black paper is a primer in the arts of southwestern necromancy, otherwise known as Nex-Mex. Gives you the grinning skull skill. Let's go ahead and read it. Seems like it's probably pretty dangerous. Are you sure you want to read it? Yes. Okay, it's your funeral. Whatever, Grandma. You cannot see the words on the pages, but you can nevertheless read them. Your mind becomes stains with grim secrets. Got a skill, Grinning Skull. Okay, so I got a spooky spell attack now. See, that's actually really useful. Now I have a fire-based spell and a spooky-based spell. As you turn over the last page, the book vanishes in a puff of black smoke. Oh. I forgot to trade that one guy the soap. I guess I did have something to do. Hello. Grumble, grumble. Consarn this for Schluggener Blonget. Bonnet. I don't know how I managed to turn the word bonnet into Blonget. It's a weird, ghostly carriage here. Get in? This hat gives me hay fever. Worst hat of my life. It was a rough duel. Hope I didn't kill that guy. Dirtwater Mercantile. Okay. So I could sell my own stuff. Or I could buy theirs. Advanced Beancraft. So I could learn a new bean slinging skill. If I find a high vantage point, I can discover a new map location. That could be interesting. Plum pudding. I've already got a shovel. Tooth powder. Wait, soda crackers. Speed buff of 1. Tooth powder, muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 1. Vienna blood sausages. Muscle plus 3. Okay. A bone. I won't bother selling anything until I feel like there's something I need to buy. But I will go ahead and get advanced Beancraft and the disposable binoculars. Miscellaneous provender, sundry provisions, various groceries, assorted comestibles. Well, sure is nice weather we're having. Ooh, there's a spittoon. Everyone ready here? This is a spittoon, which is a sort of brass bucket that people spit into. Who, instead of spitting on the floor, because not spitting at all is not an option in this society, I guess. Yeah, the ways this guy moves is fun. Are fun. I don't know what I'm saying no more. I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already, sicko. Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows, more than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room instead of a cockfighting pit. But this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco and spit inside it isn't fancy rapid tobacco spit. Here we go again. Alright, fine. You are now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket which has probably never been cleaned or emptied because you're near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. So that's good, right? No, that's bad. Because it's only the water part of spit that evaporates. This brass bucket is half full and is half full of the rest of the spit. The toxins and filth that don't evaporate, several years' worth, distilled and concentrated until it's the consistency of molasses. People aren't about to flick cigarette butts into spittoons anymore because they bounce out. You're about to put your hand into a bucket of something to the color and viscosity of maple syrup, except instead of maple syrup, it's flavored with the inside of people's mouths It's flavored with the inside of the mouths of people who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. It feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding, except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. It smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. It feels like your hand is dissolving. You found something. You found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children. Assuming you're still able to have any and you hate them. Hooray! It's not even giving me a new text box when I approach it. Doesn't react to me at all. Apparently that piano player ain't very good. Gal doesn't look like she's in the mood to talk. Engrossing conversation. Howdy there, always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to the Jewel Saloon. Hi, thanks. I'm Stick. Glad to know you, Stick. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. Saw the sign out front advertising a room. Shot of bourbon, old man by the piano. Saw the sign out front advertising a room. That's right, finest room in the house and plenty of room for your partner too. You interested? Well, how much does it cost? That's where you're in luck. The previous tenant was a banker fella. He paid a month in advance right before getting himself killed by bandits. He seemed like a decent source, so the room's yours if you want it. Gratis. Wow, great. Hey, Lloyd. Need help with anything? Well, if you're handy with mechanical type stuff, something's gone wrong with our piano player. I thought the music sounded a little off. Yeah, it's not supposed to sound like that. I'll see what I can do. Thanks. I'd have poked around in it myself, but I lost the key. This has suddenly taken a strange turn. Who's that old man by the piano? Old Aylesbury. Tragic fella he is. He was a writer and poet, came to sell his stories, but nobody were buying. Too weird his stories, fantastical like. Too bad, I love that stuff. Doesn't matter much now, he had to get normal work to make ends meet. Did pass him well as a prospector until one day he lost his mind in a mind. He what now? You know what I mean, he saw something. Something that made him stop telling his weird tales, made him stop talking near completely, come to that. He just stands there by the piano nowadays. It seems to calm him down, and as long as he doesn't make any trouble, I don't mind him too much. Feel a little sorry for him, to be honest. Poor fella. See you later, Lloyd. Oh, hey, Susie. What do you think of the place? It's alright. Town's a bit busy for my taste, but it makes a change from being on the road. Gotta wash the dust off once in a while, right? Yep. Then you can go back out and collect some fresh new dust. Any other ideas? Guys must have fallen asleep during a brawl. So... these guys are having a spirited discussion about guns and which of theirs is nicer. Hey, how come they're allowed to drink without hats on? Jewel Saloon stage. Set up the chair for 1 XP. Hit the cowbell. So let's see. If I check... Alright, so... Grit gives me more hit points. Gumption's speed. Let's go ahead and get some gumption. And some grit. I'll want more mysticality, but... Oh dang, Grin and Skull takes 200 XP to level up. That's wild. Darts. There's a sign that says see bartender for darts. Oh, and here's the kitchen. I'm a bean slinger. I should know how to cook. This is where the chef preps the ingredients for cooking. It's also where he parks his beer. Atop this potbelly stove is a pot full of slop. A pot stove top slop pot. The shelf is full of canned and bottled ingredients and boxes of slop helper. Hey, what are you doing in here? Employees only, bud. Oh, sorry, I was just, looking around. So you're the nosy type, eh? Well, I prefer adventuresome. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I'm out of saltpeter and need someone to go pick me up some more. Saltpeter? Isn't that used to make gunpowder? And other things. Look, who's the chef here, me or you? Okay, where can I find it? Your best bet's a military camp. Because it's used to make gunpowder. Shut up. The nearest one is Fort Cowardice. They keep it in little green jars. Okay, be right back. This lady is too busy washing dishes to pay attention to you. That man's making a bomb, for sure. So there's some slop. Let's see if we can fix up the piano player. You lift up the piano player's coat to reveal the hatch on his back that leads to his innards. It's locked, but it's not a very good lock. You pick the lock. You open the hatch and check out the machinery inside. There's obviously something wrong given all the plinking and sproing and clicking noises coming from all the gears and stuff. Ah, I see what's wrong. You recalibrate some springs and arrange some gears and the machinery inside starts operating smoothly. The music improves immediately. Nothing to it. Howdy, Stick. Anything I can get for you? Fix the piano player for you. I thought so. He sounds much better. Thanks a heap, Stick. I'd offer you a free room in exchange, but you've already got one. No worries, Lloyd. Can I get some darts? The sign on the dartboard says to see you for darts. Oh, sorry. All the darts got broken months ago. It's disappointing. Need help with anything? Nope, everything's right as rain here. If you're looking for work, you might ask at the jailhouse. Okay. So with that, I've got enough to upgrade my mysticality. Alright. I love how I can just skate on a wooden floor. Rules of poker, followed by hundreds of weird rules in tiny print. Read one of them. 4 3s of diamonds and 3 2s of hearts count as a full house. Any player who draws 3 5s of spades must immediately double their bet. Jacks are wild unless accompanied by an ace. A reverse full house beats a Tennessee straight. Cross-eyed jacks are wild and kings of clubs are double wild. Any player with more than 23 cards in their hand must remove their boots. Threes are wild and cross-eyed kings of clubs are double wild. A deuce is worth the same as 3 fives of hearts. Any player passing out drunk at the table immediately loses the game. A straight beats a Utah straight. Yeah, as most of you watching probably know, I am from Utah, so I don't know why that got me. A player caught with a pocket 3 immediately loses the game. A California straight beats a reverse flush. A player caught with a pocket 10 immediately loses the game. Any player passing out drunk at the table must immediately discard a jack. A pair of fives beats 3 deuces but can't be in the same hand as a pair of fours. Any player caught dealing from the bottom of the deck must add 13 meat to the pot. Okay, as much fun as these are, I'm kind of just going to start spamming E, because I'm reasonably confident that if I get through all of these, I'm going to get an achievement of some kind. So how y'all doing? How's it going? Are we having fun here with this premiere content? Flush beats a straight. California straight beats a straight. 4 ranks higher than a 3 of spades. A 7 can't be in the same hand as 3 queens. A straight beats a straight. I guarantee there's some sort of achievement for reading all of these. Nine loses against 3 two-eyed jacks of hearts. 6s are wild and trays of spades are double wild. Or maybe it's just literally randomly generating them. 9s are wild unless accompanied by a pair of 6s of clubs. Any player passing out drunk at the table immediately loses the game. Any player passing out drunk at the table must immediately discard 3 fours. 4s are wild unless accompanied by 2 twos. A jack cancels out a 10 of clubs. A straight beats a royal full house. Any player passing out drunk at the table must immediately double their bet. A full house beats a royal straight. Player spitting anywhere other than a spittoon must draw an additional 32 cards. And remember, any player with more than 23 cards in their hand has to take off their shoes. Okay, folks, while I am actually enjoying this, I'm going to take this as an opportunity to pause while y'all sit here with the people chilling and playing poker. I'm going to go use the restroom. So I'll be back in a minute, but just, enjoy the music. I'm back. Hey, this is faster if I spam both click and E. Watching that couple at the back table, he keeps holding her up and robbing her. That's funny. I do wish I had like an auto clicker or something. Player passing out drunk at the table must immediately hand 34 meat to the player on their left. A pair of 3s and 2 3s of hearts count as a straight. I'm just curious, because, like, it said there were hundreds of rules. I really want to know if I get a reward like experience or an achievement or something from this, because it really does seem like the kind of game where that would happen. A player caught dealing from the bottom of the deck must draw a new hand of cards. 2 10s and 4 2s count as a Montana straight. Like, my curiosity is managing to win out here, even over my ADHD. Because there's a part of me that really doesn't want to be doing this at this exact moment. But at the same time, there's a part of me that really wants to know if there is an end to this. Hang on. I'm going to check something. Sorry, I'm just checking the achievements on this game. Looks like a lot of the achievements require multiple playthroughs. Like, obviously, we're stuck with the one horse that we chose, and there are achievements for the 2 other alternative horses. And there are a few other playthroughs that... There are a few other achievements that require multiple playthroughs. So I can't confirm that there is an achievement associated with this, but I also can't confirm that there isn't, because there are some achievements that don't show up by default, that I don't know what they are. Huh. Tens are wild, unless accompanied by 2 queens of diamonds. A deuce is worth the same as a mustachioed king of hearts. A tray ranks higher than 3 Suicide Kings of Clubs. A player caught cheating must immediately hand 37 meat to the player on their left. Come on, there has to be an end to this. We can do this, chat. We can beat these. I really wish I had an auto clicker though. A South Carolina straight beats a reverse South Carolina flush. Alright, I'm gonna cheat real quick. All poker rules west of Loathing. Poker. Okay, I feel like something would come up about an achievement or something if there was, so we're gonna call it there. This table is full up, no room at this table. I could play with these guys. Sit down at the poker table. A dealer emerges from somewhere in the back and sits down next to you. The lady to your right introduces herself as Connie, and the player to your left says his name is Ethan. And he is 20 meat. The dealer gives the deck a shuffle and then deals a handful of cards glide across the table to you. It's a really terrible hand. 4 deuces. It's the first round. The pot is 60 meat, and you estimate your chances of winning are at around 20%. Cleverly strategize. You adjust your strategy based around what you know about your opponent's hand, plus 20% win chance. In the second round of betting, the pot is 60 meat, and you estimate your chances of winning at around 40%. Cleverly strategize. The last round of betting. Time to do or die. The pot is 60 meat, and you estimate your chances of winning at around 60%. I could raise, but I think that costs me more meat, and I'm not sure if that would actually help. Gumptiously raise. Reveal your cards. You furrow your brow and turn your cards over. A California flush. Connie turns over a Georgia straight. Ethan turns over a Nevada flush. And I got 120 meat. Nice. Cool. Poor old Ellsbury. Okay, so there are a few things I can do. I can go to the room. Oh, that's nice. I can go in even from outside. You look at yourself in the mirror, insult yourself. You call yourself a goblin-sniffing, lizard-chasing jerk. You gain the effect angry. You're madder than a hornet. If your anger level gets higher than 1, you'll pass out from rage. Nice view from up here. Oh, I can use my binoculars. The Dave Yard. You can pitch the binoculars in a nearby trash. You pitch the binoculars in a nearby trash can. There's a postcard on this little table. Take it. I got a blank postcard. Okay, well, I think that's everything to do in the saloon. Let's go and check out the different locations. Dirt water, post of ice. Hang on. Dirtator, post of ice. One of those newfangled telegraph machines. Big cabinet of locked post office boxes. Oh, I can almost slip behind it. Hi, I'm a stick guy. Got any mail for me? Nope. Darn. I'd like to send a postcard. Alrighty, let's have it. You write a quick note to Rufus letting him know what you've been up to and that you're okay. That'll be... Oh, it's one of them prepaid ones. That'll be 0 meat then. Little girl is selling flowers. Oh, and here's the jail. The clerk clears her throat. Howdy, are you the sheriff here? No, we don't currently have a sheriff. Offer to be sheriff, offer to help, offer to leave, and leave. I could be sheriff, maybe. Do you have law enforcement expertise? Well, I mean, I helped out the sheriff in the last town. Not really. Have you been to sheriff school? No. Do you have an existing relationship with Dirtwater's local government? Are you familiar with all of the local ordinances? Do you even live here? No. What, may I ask, in tarnation, makes you think you'd be qualified to be the sheriff? I just assumed. You just assumed that you could mosey into town and become the sheriff on your first day. Well, when you put it that way, if I had 5 meat for every white-eyed protagonist-looking kid who wanders in here thinking they're the most important tenderfoot to ever strap on iron, I wouldn't need this dead-end clerking job. So you admit that I look like the protagonist? Sorry? It's okay. Like I said, it happens all the time. Need any help until you find a new sheriff? Sure, if you're any good with a gun, there's always somebody in need of some justice. Wanted posters are back there, cells are over yonder. She points behind her and off to the right, respectively. Take your leave. Wanted poster, or a wanted poster if accuracy is important. The House in the Desert Gang. For mortgage non-payment, squatting, and general public nuisance. Also for murdering 2 collection agents. Last seen at the House in the Desert. 500 meat reward. You wonder if the house is named after them or if they're named after the house. In any case, at least their location is unambiguous. Not right now. It's a wanted poster. No, wait, you misread it. It's a wasted poster? Close enough. Poster reads, Wasted, the Stripy Hat Gang, for grand theft paint and tasteless hat vandalism. Last seen in the vicinity of Cavern Canyon. 1,000 meat reward. Dirty, rotten paint thieves and low-down, no-fashion sense hat vandals. Despicable. Want to go after them? Not just now. This empty cell is all ghostly. lot available, a lot available. That guy thinks his head is too big. Not a lot available past this point. Okay, so with all of these things to consider, I want to get in the carriage. You hop in the ghostly carriage, which seems to support your and Susie's weight. The invisible driver yells, "Yah!" and cracks an invisible whip, and an invisible horse snorts. The carriage starts moving, and soon you're out of sight of dirt water. So we're just riding through a ghost desert. Reckoning at Gun Manor. A thick gray fog envelops the carriage, and you lose all sense of time and space. Eventually, the fog clears, and the carriage parks near a very large, ornate mansion. A disembodied voice calls all out for Gun Manor, last stop. Oh, wait, I never even imagined a house that big. Yeah, dang, me neither. I don't want a map and compass just to walk from one end to the other. At least a piece of chalk. And then the dang maid comes by and wipes your marks off the walls, and you get lost coming back from the bathroom. What do you think we should do next? Okay, it's just telling us the same thing. So what I'm guessing is that if I lose a fight, it ends the day. It's a lady carrying some weird equipment. Talk to her. Excuse me, do you work here? Who, me? No. Nuts. I can't find any employees in the gift shop either. I haven't even started this job yet, and it's already a pain in my neck. What's wrong? I can't get inside. Mrs. Gunn hired me to come out here and deal with a bunch of spooks that are haunting up the place. And I can't do that if I can't even get in the front door, though. Who's Mrs. Gunn? You've never heard of Terry Gunn? Should I have? Well, I would think so. She's a pretty famous inventor. You've got her best-known invention hanging right there off your on your belt. She invented belt buckles? Wow. Guns. She invented guns. Oh. Spooks? Like ghosts? Exactly like that. Yep, 13 of them. Hanging, according to my instruments. Florence Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services. That's me. Interesting. What do you annihilate them with? Science. Well, I was gonna guess that weird kind of rifle-like contraption that you're carrying. Yeah, it shoots science. What's wrong with the front door? The front door? Well, it's, locked? No, not locked. No. So what's the problem? Okay, see, I'm a ghost hunter. I ain't a spider hunter. I don't hunt spiders at all. And there's a huge, gross, hairy, fangling, drooling giant spider in the foyer. So until I either find another way in, or find somebody else to take care of the spider hunting side of this biz, I'm staying right the frig out of here, okay? I can see you feel pretty strongly about this. I do. Well, maybe I can help you out. Hey, that'd be swell. You know, you look reasonably tough and or wily. Why don't we team up? I'll handle the ghosts and you can handle the things that aren't ghosts. Hang on a minute, I'll be right back. Hedge maze. This brown black reads, the Gun Manor Hedge Maze was erected in 1888 for the entertainment of guests and the family whose then the family's then two daughters. You're welcome to meander its paths, though we recommend caution during the winter. Below that is pasted a handwritten note. Actually, we recommend staying out altogether, Some crazy wizard has moved in and been animating the shrubs. Danger. Weird. This bush seems to be full of pinto and kidney beans. You didn't think those grew on bushes, and you especially didn't think they both grew on the same bush. Five. Got the jump on them. I have 2 action points. Hedge Goblin, Shrubbery Bat, and another Shrubbery Bat. Oh geez, these things actually have some pretty high stats. Look at that. Seven hot damage, 7 hot damage, 9 hot damage. 12 spooky, 12 spooky. I'm going to target the biggest one with that. So let's see, if I target the goblin, hot damage won't do quite enough, but Grin and Skull will finish it off. And Crack Shot will finish off the Shrubbery Bat. 33 XP. Magic Infused Leaf. 3 of them. Oh, I'm guessing I got that from the ability to skin them. Now let's see here real quick. I've got 33 XP. Or I've got 44 XP. I can buff my spell damage. That would probably be pretty good. I don't know exactly what Outfoxing will affect. You know what? I bet those aren't actually pluses. I bet those are basically meant to be bullet points. So at this level I've got 30 maximum hit points, 1 stomach capacity. Next level I would have 40 maximum hit points, 2 stomach capacity. And, okay, pain tolerance relates to anger. With all that said, I think I will go ahead and upgrade Lava Fava once, and I will upgrade Hellbender once. So now my spells do more damage, and Lava Fava got a little bit of a damage buff as well. Cool. Who are you? Oh, thanks. You'd think a gal could sit and eat lunch in a weird hedge maze without getting accosted by monsters. What is the world coming to? You said it. Is it safe to go? I should get back to work. What do you do here? I work in the visitor center. I run the token smashing machine. We sell these little brass tokens stamped with the museum logo. You can either use them in the wishing well, or run them through with a machine that rolls them out flat and stamps the machine logo onto them. That's my job. It stamps the museum logo onto them again? Yeah, but they're longer after that. So do you think it's safe to leave yet? Yeah, you should be fine. The lady leaves. Get it? Leaves? 16 XP. Oh, and hang on. What were those leaves that I got? Oh, interesting. I can try and make something? A salad, some booze, some more booze, a hat. I could potentially... I think I'll save up and see if I can make a hat. Oh. Oh, this gives me access to the back of Gun Manor. A huge mound... Oh, it requires stench resistance, and I don't have enough of that. I'm guessing I need to dig in more spittoons. Remains of a coal delivery man. His bones are charred as though he were burned in some kind of coal stove. Search his bones. Hey! Gun Manor carriage house key. There's a coal chute. I'm going to explore more of the hedge maze first. Loco weed. I don't have foraging. Wild tea bush. And it won't let me actually take these. Meat bush. 200 meat. I wouldn't actually mind more foraging. Okay, so if I want to get through there, I need hedge clippers. Would you look at that crazy thing? Jeez. Arcane Hedgesphere. 13 hot damage, 13 spooky. Yeah, let's go ahead and deal 13 hot damage to it. $11 XP and another leaf. Okay, so if I had a token, I could throw it down the wishing well. Yeah, I started at that one, working my way left. Oh, and that's the actual hedge maze proper. Oh, and I've been going back instead of forward. Hedge Wizard's Domain. So this guy is probably like a mini-boss of some kind. Give him a trimming. Let's see if we can make it. So, Arcane Hedgesphere or the Hedge Wizard. 13 hot, 13 spooky. I think to open up... Oh, he's only got 10 hit points? Take some Lava Father. And Susie will shoot the Arcane Hedgesphere. Oh, okay, so basic hits... Oh, no, that was just its attack. It's some spooky damage. Couple more magical infused leaves. Let's chase that jerk down. Big Topiary W. Maybe it stands for something? Why would somebody make a Topiary W? Okay, so I guess it's like a multi-stage fight. Well, at least you didn't run very far. Not far enough by far. Oh, but it gets more challenging. Hedge Knight, Arcane Hedgesphere. So hang on, he's got pretty good Moxie, which I think means he'll take normal hits pretty well. 14. Lava Fava. Crack Shot against that guy. Lava Fava against the Hedgesphere. And shoot him one more time. Ran for it again. Okay, this is pretty annoying. Nice. Alright. I have 102 XP to spend. I'll take a buff to Mysticality. A buff to Outfoxen. I haven't used Beam Shield that much, actually. Oh, I didn't actually mean to click the plus. I meant to check Gumption. Speed. Action points. Spleen capacity. Gotcha. I was actually planning on taking more grit. But I think I'll go ahead and invest some more in Mysticality. WH is for Hedge, probably. Okay, at this point he's got nowhere to run to. Well, assuming that weird portal thing behind him is exit only. Advance on him. Hedge Goblin, Hedge Bat, Hedge Wizard. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to open up with Beam Shield. And I still get to take my turn. So now I have the chance to fire. So I can take out any one of these. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take out the Hedge Knight. And Susie, shoot the goblin. Oh! Dang, that went poorly. Okay, so I think I'm starting to understand that, the combat system. So, like, right now, so ranged attacks have to deal with, lower accuracy. You get so angry about losing the fight that you pass out. You wake up the next morning in your bed. Susie must have carried you back here after you got knocked out. You're a little sore, but not otherwise any worse for wear. You are pretty hungry, though, and sober. Okay. I think the big issue was either the hedge wizard or the bat. I couldn't quite tell which. Oh my gosh. He's walking on one hand and one foot. So with that said, I kind of want to climb down the coal chute. Seems to you like this machine is designed to suck up coal and send it through the wall. But then again, you're no expert in matters of coal or sucking. This thing is way above your pay grade levels of dangerous. You shouldn't mess with it without an expert present. Okay, so that's just a ghost. Good news is that there's only one spider. The bad news is that it is huge. Okay, so there's a spider, a bunch of spiders. Let's fight it. Why not? Okay, it's only got 12 points. Easy one shot with Lava Fava. $33 experience, spider egg omelet, and miscellaneous spider parts. Bless this mess. So hang on, what does that omelet do? Okay, so it gives me an HP buff, but a spooky penalty. Oh, and you know what? You know why I was doing so much damage there? Because I insulted myself in the mirror, which increased my anger, but it also decreased the number of fights that I could lose safely. Oh, and I never actually read Advanced Beancraft. There's a recipe that has been scratched out and replaced with a bunch of paranoid, insane scrawlings. Gives Wary, a skill that increases your maximum action points. There's a list of meditation techniques that help you concentrate while cooking and or fighting. Gives use of the old bean, a skill that temporarily increases your mysticality during a fight. It includes a chapter about making human-sized or larger automatons and binding them to your will to help with kitchen tasks. Gives Bean Golem, a combat skill which summons a powerful golem to fight for you. Oh, that's tricky. I'm leaning towards Wary just because more action points seem like a really good thing. At the same time, Bean Golem sounds like it has some pretty great potential. I'll learn Wary. You read the scrawlings and internalize all of their insane paranoid implications. Got a new skill, Wary. Afterwards, you narrow your eyes and burn the book. I didn't trust that book. Fair. Pai's The pie safe is really working overtime with all the spiders. I got a spider pie. Let's fight the little spiders. Dang, I've got 4 action points now. Extra venomous, small but beefy, excited. Yeah, we're gonna target the extra venomous. And Susie will target the excited one. Jeez, I wish I could buff Susie a bit. 33 experience, fermented spider blood, spider egg omelet. Oh, okay. I think the items that I get after a fight are based on what moves I use. So by using the spooky ability, I got fermented spider blood. By using spider egg omelet, by using the fire ability, I got spider egg omelet. Now, they do seem to have the same effect, so I don't know how important that is. But give me some extra grit. Some extra mysticality. It's a big can of paint with a brush sitting on top of it. I could paint something on the wall. Okay, so that requires extra muscle. Dusty old cleaning supplies, old photos. All photos of boring looking people you don't recognize. Hang on, I just realized what that said. This door is secured with one of those unpickable Plotco brand locks. So there are stairs there. But what if... dive in. Oh, they got the initiative on us, which might mean that we're screwed. Poison. Big moist spider, extra venomous, excited, small but beefy. Lava Fava. And we'll take out the extra venomous one in the back. Actually, small but beefy. Why are you doing so little damage, Susie? Heck, this ain't great. I should have started with Beam Shield. Actually, let's run for it. Must have finally hit the ceiling on your spider killing ability. I also hit the floor. So angry. I could try again. what'll come back? Oh, those stairs are barred from the top, at the top from the other side. Okay, I climbed back out. I still think I can actually beat this guy. I just have to approach it a little bit differently. So, real quick, if I open up the inventory... Spider blood gives me a hit point buff. And extra spooky resistance. Same thing with spider egg omelet. Okay, I could construct a ring out of that. Huh. Wreath of Laurels gives me HP regeneration. So, real quick... Barely Enchanted Hat is a small buff to Mysticality. I think the Wreath of Laurels is probably better at present. Oh, armor is only melee attacks. I gotta remember that. Now that said, let's go ahead. In effect, Existential Terror. Eat one more spider egg omelet. Okay, but that's a lot. I think we can win this one. We're going to actually open by just straight up obliterating... Okay. I'm going to open up by casting Beam Shield, actually. Because I feel like that'll help. Then we're going to attack the Hedge Wizard. Okay, so the goblin takes less damage from her gun. I think we'll target the bat. Because, yeah, what's happening there is that I'm blocking that thing's rapid fire attack with Beam Shield. Let's see, the Hedge Goblin, I can pretty much one-shot. Yeah, see, since it's making several small attacks, having armor pretty much shuts it down. And... I think that'll do it for that one. Got the Hedge Wizard's Journal. The Hedge Wizard's Orb. This is the orb of mystical leaves from whence the Hedge Wizard derived all of his powers, unless it was one of those magic was inside you all along scenarios. This item goes in your offhand. Gives a buff to mysticality and armor. And I got some magic infused leaves and some experience. So now if we take a look at this. Okay, so we've got a can of infinite beans. Spell damage, muscle, moxie. But we could take the Hedge Wizard's Orb to give me a boost to armor and mysticality. Let's read the Hedge Wizard's Journal. It's full of terrible poetry. Here's an example. Everlasting shrubbery, nobly leaf-crowned, whence comes all joy. Sweet thy fragrance, wonderful thy strength. Namaste, my lord. Huh. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that now. Probably sell a couple of things, though. Oh! The filthy porcelain cow is another option for an offhand item. Wish I had a lapel. If I got more spider parts, I could assemble some pants, which would be nice. It's the Hedge Wizard's secret stash in a treasure chest of goblin manufacture. 109 meat and hedging your bets. This is the book the Hedge Wizard used to earn enough meat to become a wizard. The terminology is just a fun coincidence. Let's see, can I read the book and learn about all of the things that financial responsibility and decorative horticulture have in common. Nice. After reading the book, you resolve to make some budget cuts, but you mistake the book for your budget and cut it to pieces instead. Okay, so now if we check my perks, hedging your bets, 20% to meat gains. Nice. Grit. Oh, I could buff Bean Shield. Or I could buff Hellbender. I think Hellbender is kind of the obvious go-to. I'm not really sure what the difference is between not really sure what the difference is between mysticality. Okay, so mysticality seems to be mixed damage and defense. And Hellbender is probably a specific thing for Beanslingers, whereas everyone would have a mysticality stat. That would make sense to me. Fight the Hedge. Okay, Vampire Hedgebat, Arcane Hedgesphere, Hedge Knight. We'll open up by casting Beam Shield, and then Mysticality, Moxie, Muscle. The best target would be the Hedgebat. Let's cast Grinning Skull. And shoot the Hedge Knight. clear out the arcane hedgesphere. I'm kind of wondering, actually, if this portal is literally just to give us a chance to grind for materials if we want them. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Okay. You try to open the door, without success. It isn't locked, but something is holding it shut, and the knob is weirdly cold. The carriage house door is locked, but you've got the key. Oh, and here's the visitors center. Oh hey, thanks again for rescuing me from that. Oh hey, thanks again for rescuing me from that hedge maze. Hello. Either I never asked you what you do here, or I've already forgotten. Run this token smashing machine. If you buy one of the commemorative tokens from that other machine over there, I can put it in this machine here to roll out flatter, and stamp it with our logo on one side and a fun picture on the other. I don't have a coin yet. Uncharacteristically, the IRS has actually added 50% to this sign. You're not a thief, so you're gonna have to wait until there's someone here you can pay before you get any of this candy. Old framed photo of Mrs. Gunn on the wall with a little explanatory plaque underneath it. Mrs. Gunn smiling as she accepts a fancy trophy from a man in a suit. A frowning man wearing a lab coat is standing behind her. The plaque reads, Terry Gunn, an assistant accepting the 1869 Why Didn't We Think of That Award for Excellence in Inventing the National Academy of Award for Excellence in Inventing from the National Academy of Profitable Sciences. And yeah, give me a token. There's nobody here to validate you, parking or otherwise. The crank is missing from the record player. I'm gonna go toss that coin into the fountain. I don't actually know how to save either. Let's toss a token. You hold the token over the well and try to think of something to wish for. After a few seconds, you accidentally drop the token into the well without making a wish. Dang it, I wish I had that token back. You hear some chimes and a rope appears on the wishing well's crossbeam. Well, how about that? Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. It's the token that you dropped into the wishing well. Grab it. That wish was an accident anyway, so you feel entirely justified in taking your token back. Got an item. Done. A spigot. Boiler is cold and the indicator for the coal tank is pointing to E. Oh, okay. Hey, someone's been cocooned by the spiders. Horrifying. Hey, are you okay in there? Oh, I can't understand you. Hang on, I'll poke you a mouth hole. There, you were saying? Hello. Salutations. Hey, you okay? I've certainly been better. What happened? I was practicing my greetings. I'm the museum greeter. Is that something that requires a lot of practice? Practice makes perfect, right? And there's an old mannequin down here that's pretty good for practicing on. This is getting increasingly weird. Anyway, a bunch of giant spiders grabbed me from behind. It was quite a surprise. I would imagine so. I should probably get back to work. It wouldn't be right to allow visitors to go ungreeted. Can you let me out of this cocoon? Sure. You cut open the sticky cocoon, freeing the trapped museum greeter. Whew, thanks. I climbed down the wishing well to get here. You should probably leave the same way. Great. Stop by the entrance later and I'll give you the official museum greeting. I got some XP. I don't think I can take those guys quite yet. I mean, I'm operating on some temporary buffs, but still. Yeah, let's go ahead and buff my mysticality again. Okay, so the hedge maze isn't actually very maze-ish, since we can literally only get to one place. Well, since we've gone everywhere and there's only one place left to go. Okay, I unlocked the door. Smash a token. Great, I love running this thing. It's so satisfying. What picture do you want on it? Shotgun, a magical rifle, or a cool pistol? Magical rifle. Great, it has little sparkles around it, and that's how you know it's magical. It probably also just shoots beans, but that isn't in the picture. She takes your token, puts it in the machine, and happily turns the crank. It makes a loud grinding noise, and your token drops out into the slot, somewhat longer and thinner. Okay, so it's an offhand item that gives a buff to mysticality and spell damage, you say? Oh, that's very nice. Thanks. Want to smash another one? Maybe with a different design this time? No thanks. Let's see that. Heck yeah. Like, I know the Hedge Wizard's orb is pretty good, but in normal scenarios, I think the rifle token is going to be better. There is something useful. You got an item, near empty herbicide can. You got an item, handful of nails. Okay, so there's one plant's worth of poison there. Time was these would have been Brad's, but nowadays man does not live by Brad alone. Let's take a pair of hedge clippers. There's a guy slouching around in here smoking a cigarette. Hiya. Hey, sup? You work here? Are you a parking attendant or something? Yeah, I guess. I validate people's parking and that. And you? I'm on break. Oh. Well, everyone's on break. Kinda. What do you mean? A whole bunch of ghosts showed up in carriages all of a sudden. Everyone's either hiding or out kidnapped. I got here in a ghost carriage. Oh man, did I die somewhere and not notice? Am I a ghost? The guy jabs your forehead with one finger. Ow! Nope. I don't have the moxie to convince him to go back to work, and, well, I'll be honest, I don't really care if he does. Pile of loose boards, nice coaches, something on the floor of this coach. I got a hammer. Hang on. What did that say again? Okay, so a lot of these are potentially damaging, but they also work as tools. I think the varmint skin and knife is definitely the best option still for the moment. Not sure what those nails are for. I made a bushwhacker. +3 muscle, +20 stench resistance. Oh hey, if I equip that I can probably dig around in that thing. And bush gin. Not bad. Grab a book, Advanced Beingcraft Volume 3. Nice, all very good things. Let's read Advanced Beingcraft Volume 3. So I get a being golem. Use the old bean. Or blood beans. Blood beans is a health spell. That said, at the moment I think I'll go for being golem. You practice making servants out of beans until you're pretty good at it. You got a skill, being golem. Unfortunately, one of your earlier experiments gets a little rowdy and beats the book. Bad golem. Okay, so I see how it's going now. So I can apply various temporary buffs through meals and anger, those things. I probably can't stream for much longer, since I do have a couple other things to do today. But you know what? Okay, first off, we'll go ahead and equip the bushwhacker so that I can dig through the huge mound of junk and find this fork. Jumbo shrimp fork. Single item of non-trash. So jumbo shrimp fork. Extra damage against cows and other demonic creatures. I mean, the bushwhacker might come in handy from time to time, but I don't think it's the big option. But with all that taken care of, I think I'll go back to the Hedge Wizard's Orb, because I think we're fitting to try and take on this fight again. Hang on, wait. I wouldn't mind more gumption, but I can't afford it. Damn it. Dang it, they still outspeed. Okay, beam shield, and then extra venomous, excited, Small but beefy. I think I'll still start by targeting the big moist spider. I've got a lot of defensive buffs, so assuming Susie can stay alive, then I should be able to tough this out. Dang it. I still think I can manage to pull through, but it's gonna be a bit tougher now. You know what? I'll hit the extra venomous spider. Odds are it won't cure the venom, but I can hope, can't I? Anyway, the others just have basic attacks. My regen outpaces those, so I should be fine there. Okay. One more attack and we're done with that fight. Luckily, we get back to full health after every fight. Glob a spider web. Oh, that's an item used in combat. Reduces the target stats by 25%. Fermented spider blood. Maybe it doesn't depend on which attacks I use to deal with them. Someone's trapped in here. It's a mannequin. Boy, the spider must have been disappointed. Why was it moving? It's that creepy mannequin from before. Practice greeting. How are you doing? What's up? Sup? Sup? Greetings. What's up? Welcome. Goodbye. Oh, oops. Guess this does take some practice after all. What's shaking? Salutations. What's up? Greetings. I keep hoping that at some point one of the doing this will help. Hey, we can make some 8-legged pants. Ooh, that's very good actually. You make one of the worst pairs of pants you ever seen. You have 0 horrible piles of spider parts. But those 8-legged pants, I get a buff to mysticality and maximum AP, both of which are fantastic. I still don't know if there's a way to buff my partner. 'Cause if there isn't, then well, gonna be hard pressed to actually keep her alive in fights. So let's see. Wit would buff my HP. Gumption would buff my speed. And my AP. I could still buff my beam shield, but you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and buff Gumption. That might just be the last thing. 1 second. Give me a moment to Google something. Okay, it's automatically saved. So if I just go to O, go to main menu, hey, what do you know? The fact that I can blow apart clouds is actually really impressive. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for tonight's stream. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Let's see real quick if there's anyone for us to raid. It doesn't look like it. So, we're going to call it there. This was fun. I look forward to playing this again like I hoped I would. And hopefully, y'all gonna enjoy tuning back in. And I promise, in other streams I will not do the voice. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Y'all have a good one. Later, folks.